Hi, I'm Lila Carver, 34, and Christmas was always my thing. Planning, cooking, making it magical for my family. But 3 days before Christmas, a group text from my parents broke my heart. Lila shouldn't come this year. My siblings and aunt agreed with thumbs up emojis like they'd planned it. It hurt, but it pushed me to change my life. If you've ever felt unappreciated by those you love, this story's for you. Drop a comment with where you're watching from, hit like, and subscribe as I share how I turned pain into strength. I grew up near Chicago, the oldest of 4 kids. My parents, Warren and Faye, leaned on me a lot. By age 9, I was cooking and watching my siblings, Miles, Clara, and Jonah. If Miles broke something, I got blamed. If Clara needed homework help, it was my job. Jonah was spoiled, no chores. "You're the oldest, Lila," Dad said, like it was special. I wanted to make them proud, so I carried the load, even when it felt unfair. As an adult, I became an event planner in Chicago, making weddings and parties perfect, kind of like my family role. My small apartment was the holiday spot. For 10 years, I planned Christmas, Thanksgiving, and birthdays. Food, decorations, everything. Mom said, "Lila makes holidays special," but I paid for most of it, using my savings for gifts and groceries. My siblings had good jobs, Miles in tech, Clara in marketing, Jonah in finance. But they didn't chip in much. I thought it was worth it to see everyone happy, even if I felt drained. When Grandma Ruth died 10 years ago, I took on her Christmas traditions, her cookies, stockings, and turkey dinners. At 24, married to Ethan, my high school sweetheart, I worked hard to keep her memory alive. I added my own touches, like special place cards, staying up late to make it perfect. Ethan helped when he could, but as a nurse, he was busy, so it was mostly me. At first it felt good, but soon my siblings complained. Miles said the turkey was dry. Clara didn't like the stuffing. Jonah said it wasn't right. Their words hurt, but I kept trying to make the perfect holiday. It got harder every year. I bought gifts, food, and decorations, adjusting for Clara's gluten-free diet, Miles's spice issues, and Jonah's vegetarian wife, Tessa. My siblings brought little, a half-eaten pie, a bottle of wine, nothing much. I'd clean up alone while they laughed. 2 years ago, I suggested a potluck to share the work. Dad got upset. "That's not how we do it, Lila. You're so good at this." My savings were shrinking. I had no time off, and I felt empty, wondering why I gave so much. Last Thanksgiving was tough. After long work weeks planning a big gala, I made a beautiful dinner with candles and place cards. Clara called the turkey overcooked. Miles wanted more butter in the potatoes. Mom said, "It's not like Grandma's." Later, I heard Clara and Miles talking. "Lila's so extra showing us up," Clara said. Miles called me a martyr. I wasn't trying to be a hero. I just wanted us to feel like a family. It made me wonder, was I doing this for them or me? In September, I got a big promotion at work, senior event director. It was great but exhausting, especially during holiday season. I told my family I needed help with Christmas. Mom brushed me off. "You'll manage." I asked for specific help. Dad on turkey, Clara on decorations. She said everyone was too busy. Miles with work, Clara with her kids, Jonah with his new place. My busy didn't count. I asked Miles to help with gifts. He laughed. "That's your thing." Clara said, "I have a family to manage." Jonah said, "Don't aim for perfection." But they expected it. In November, I saw a group chat on Jonah's phone called Family-L, with Mom, Dad, Miles, Clara, and Aunt Sylvia. It felt like a betrayal. Jonah said it was for my Christmas gift, but last year's gifts, a cheap candle, a gift card, showed the truth. Sylvia hurt most. I'd helped her after her divorce, setting up her apartment, listening to her late-night calls. But when I asked for Christmas help, she said, "Nobody asked you to do all this?" It felt like they'd erased my efforts. Last June, I planned Jonah's wedding for free. Vendors, timelines, gift bags. He thanked everyone but me. Mom said, "Why do you need thanks?" Ethan, my husband, was fed up. "They're using you," he said. "You're their chef, planner, everything, and they give nothing." I defended them, but he pushed me to set boundaries. In December, I told Mom, "I'm burning out. I can't do Christmas alone." She called me selfish. Family's not about keeping score. I cried, wondering if I was wrong. Still, I started Christmas prep, working late on gifts and menus after 60-hour work weeks. I got headaches, my skin broke out, and I cracked a tooth from stress. During a big work event, I cried to my assistant, Naomi, about the years of giving and the secret chat. "They're taking advantage of you," she said. I called a family meeting, asking for help. Mom and Dad on cooking, Miles on drinks, Clara on decorations, Jonah on gifts. They refused. Mom said, "It's fine as is." Clara said, "Nobody asked for perfection." Dad snapped, "Skip Christmas if you're bringing drama." Ethan defended me, but Mom shut him down. They called me selfish in texts. The night before the betrayal, Clara demanded turkey and ham for her son. I said, "I'm making 12 dishes, bring ham." She hung up, and Mom texted, "Why can't you compromise?" The next morning at 6 a.m., Dad's text came. "Lila shouldn't come this year. Your complaints cause tension." Miles, Clara, Jonah, and Sylvia gave thumbs up. Mom said nothing. My mug broke as I dropped it. 10 years of Christmases. Money, time, love, gone. I texted back, "You won't see me again. Merry Christmas," and turned off my phone. Ethan held me as I cried, saying, "They don't deserve you." I took time off work, and Naomi covered for me. Ethan stayed home. Over dinner, he asked, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'd never thought about it. "I don't know," I said. "I've never had a Christmas for me." He smiled. "Let's find out." I booked a Wisconsin cabin for Christmas Eve to Boxing Day, cozy with snow and a fireplace. "I need to escape," I told Ethan. He said, "I'm with you." My phone had tons of texts, demands, no apologies. Sylvia wrote, "Your mom's a mess about dinner. Tell us what you bought." They'd banned me, but wanted my work. Naomi and her boyfriend Leo came over with food and listened. "That's not family tension, it's abuse," Leo said. Naomi agreed. "They rely on you but don't value you." It opened my eyes. Packing for the cabin, I found the family gifts I'd bought. It hurt, but I donated them to a shelter labeled for a special mom or a music-loving teen. The coordinator's thanks warmed me. As we packed the car, Dad called, "What about dinner?" I said, "You uninvited me but expect me to cook? I'm done." In the cabin, Christmas morning was calm. No tasks, just snow. Ethan set up a tiny tree with pine cones and got pastries. "When did you do this?" I asked. "Early," he grinned. We ate, opened small gifts, and felt peace. My phone had angry texts, no apologies. My friend Mara called after Clara said I'd flipped out. I told her everything. "They've always used you," she said. My cousin Elise texted, "They were cruel. You made Christmas special." Her words felt like family. By the lake, Ethan asked, "What now?" I said, "I need to decide what family means." He said, "I'm with you." Back in Chicago, I emailed my family. "I gave everything, but you pushed me out when I asked for help. I'm setting boundaries. I'm open to better relationships, but you need to take responsibility." Dad called me selfish. Mom said I was difficult. Clara listed my failures. Elise wrote, "You're brave." I started therapy, learning I'd been their caretaker, enabling them. "Your boundaries scare them," my therapist said. They pushed back. Mom spread rumors. Dad tried to sway Ethan. I kept my distance. By summer, Jonah and Tessa invited us to dinner. A small step. Miles texted sometimes. Mom, Dad, and Clara stayed defensive. For Thanksgiving, I picked a restaurant, refusing to plan. Some came, some didn't. By next Christmas, I hosted a party for friends, Naomi, Leo, Elise. We shared the planning, and it was fun, not heavy. On Christmas Eve, our apartment was full of laughter. Ethan asked, "How do you feel?" I said, "Whole. I'm with people who see me." That text broke my heart, but freed me. Family is love and respect, not duty. Share your story below, like, and subscribe.